What if I told you that you only need 3 exercises to train your whole body, increase your strength and improve your mobility, flexibility, stability and balance at the same time? Sounds too good to be true, right? To prove that statement, we will now show you 3 of the best and most comprehensive bodyweight exercises you can do. Let's start right here with the 360 pull. This movement is a straight arm push and pull exercise, and it's the hardest of these 3. The exercise consists of 4 phases. First is the positive front lever pull, which is followed by the negative back lever pull and ends in a dead hang back lever position. From there, you perform the positive back lever pull to get back into the upside down hang and finish with the negative front lever pull. This movement involves many different muscles. When you do the front lever pull, you will activate your latissimus dorsi, all 3 parts of the trapezius, the rhomboids and the long head of the triceps. During the back lever pull, you will activate your pectoralis major and minor, the serratus anterior, the front and middle delts and the long head of the biceps. Of course, you also need other muscles to stabilize your body in all phases of the movement. To keep your body under tension, you have to activate your hamstrings, quads, calves, the abdominal muscles, the erector spinae, and all parts of the rotator cuff. An additional benefit is the improvement of your shoulder flexibility. Hanging in the starting and ending position will improve your shoulder flexion and extension. Now, if this movement is too hard for you, you can adjust the difficulty by changing the lever. This can be done by tucking one or even both legs. The closer you move the center of gravity to your shoulders, the easier the move gets. You can do 360 pulls with an underhand or an overhand grip. The underhand grip will stretch your pecs and the long head of the biceps more than the overhand grip, but it is harder during the positive front lever pull. The second exercise is the ring muscle up. The ring muscle up is a bent arm, push and pull movement. In terms of balanced movements, the ring muscle up is superior to the bar muscle up because the ratio between pull, transition and push is much more evenly split. The movement consists of 3 phases. First the false grip pull up, second the transition and third the ring dip with turnout. Most people struggle with this movement because their transition or their false grip is too weak. You have to hold the false grip during phase 1 and phase 2, or you won't be able to do the movement. For the first phase, it's necessary to pull yourself up as high as possible. Pull the rings to your chest with elbows close to the body. In the first phase, you will activate your forearms, especially the flexors, your biceps, your lats and your lower trapezius. After the pull-up, you enter the transition. In this phase, you have to bring your elbows from the front to the back of your body, which requires both mobility and strength. During the transition, focus on keeping your elbows as close to your body as possible. The wider your elbows flare, the harder this part gets and the more stress you put on the inside of your elbow, which can lead to injuries very quickly. In this phase, your forearms, your rhomboids and your middle trapezius have to do the most of the work. Once you are above the rings, you only have to push yourself up to stabilize the movement at the top and then finish by rotating your arms outward. Here you engage your chest, your deltoids, your triceps and the lower part of the trapezius. The outward rotation at the end is great for strengthening the biceps and the rotator cuff. To start muscle-up training, you should be able to hold the false grip, to do at least 3 high false grip pull-ups and a couple of very deep ring dips. If you want to know more about these exercises, check our beginner rings video. The last exercise is a lower body movement, known as pistol squat. This move is not only a matter of strength, but also of mobility and balance. The pistol squat will train nearly all muscles of your lower body, like your quads, glutes and calves. And you will also need your core and erector spinae to stabilize the movement. The bending leg has to balance the whole body, so you will need sufficient ankle mobility and calf flexibility to do it. If your ankles and calves are too tight, you won't be able to go down all the way without falling back. To improve your ankle mobility and calf flexibility, you can hold yourself onto an object and pull yourself closer to it. Hold this position for a while, release and repeat. Try to tense your tibialis anterior in the front position. Now you might say the knee shouldn't travel too far in front of the toes, but in fact it's totally normal if your knees travel a little bit forward as long as your heel stays on the ground and you have no specific issues with your patellar tendons. When it comes to the straight leg, you will need a good mobility and strength to keep it extended in the lowest position. You can start with elevated pistols if your straight leg isn't mobile and strong enough, but the goal should be to do it on the ground. Like always, aim for perfect form. Don't do this movement if you lack the strength and balance. Your knee should be stable the whole time. To build up this stability, you can do pistols with support or pistols sitting down on a bench or a box. As you can see, you will train your whole body and nearly every muscle with these 3 exercises. If you want to know how to assemble different exercises to a useful program, build basic strength to learn these movements, and improve your overall performance, you should check our workout programs or sign up for an online personal training on our website. If you have any further questions, just leave a comment. Thanks, Alex.